Welcome to the closing episode of this season of the Finnish Education and Beyond podcast. We're here in Pori at SuomiAreena, the largest economic, social and political event of Finland. We'll interview different people from different backgrounds with different expertise from different areas that are important in the Finnish society today. Welcome and enjoy the show. Henrik Wickström, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So a pleasure to have you here. And you talked about a very interesting topic regarding Swedish-Finnish culture, based on the phenomenon that is KAJ and everything that is Swedish-Finnish culture and collaboration. Could you please just summarize a little bit what the panel was about and what your specific points were about today?
We discussed overall the Finnish-Swedish culture and how KAJ became a phenomenon, what was the behind this complete success that they made in Sweden and then also in Europe. And then of course situation overall in the Finnish-Swedish culture was still a minority and due to the KAJ phenomenon more also Finnish people in Finland became more familiar with our culture, and that's of course something really positive.
And you being a representative since many years for the Swedish People's Party, what are the things that you have been working for a long time that maybe finally have become public knowledge? That must have been a relief for you also, and it might facilitate your work as a Swedish speaker also in Finland.
Well, that's a quite a tricky question because for me at least as a politician, I don't want to discuss that let's do this especially in a Finnish way or something especially in the Swedish way. I want that the life is equal for the both language groups in Finland. But the most important thing, or how would you say, achievement, so it's actually happening on the local level where you can where you do the decisions regarding education. So all the decisions that are good for the education in Swedish, those are the best ones, because that's still, how would you say, the base when it comes to our bilingual language we have.
Yes, and also about the language question, because many of you, like yourself, speak also perfect Finnish. So the two local languages are for many very important to be able to work, especially in the public life, and especially representing the Swedish People's Party. But many Swedish speakers are in a minority. They don't really have access to a lot of services in Swedish here in Finland. And I haven't really realized that either, living here now for 14 years as a Swedish native, but also with a double citizenship, also speaking Finnish. So I never really saw it as a right for me to be able to work in Swedish. But then now when I see there's a lot of hype around the Swedish speaking culture, the Swedish-Finnish culture, I see that this is something very nice that we should store and have cultivate. A subtopic was a little bit about the treasure that is the Swedish-Finnish culture. What can you say about that?
Well, I hope that this positivity regarding the Swedish culture, that we will see that also in the future. There is more positivity now thanks to KAJ, which is a good thing obviously, but it's important for us also to keep that going because normally when you see this phenomenon, so these are things that are last only for a few months, not for a longer time than that. But I hope that now Finnish speakers, they are open for the Swedish culture, and they also understand why the Swedish culture and language is important for the country. But when it comes for the Swedish speakers, right, so there are differences where you live in the country. If you live in the southern part or in the western part, then you're more able to have service in Swedish. But still though, for example, in Helsinki, it might be really difficult to have a doctor appointment in Swedish, which if it's your mother language. So we have still some work to do, but all positive, how would you say, publicity for the Swedish speaking things is a good thing for the Swedish speakers' rights in Finland.
And what do you see as the possibility now to collaborate more with Sweden as a country? The Finnish-Swedish collaboration, I think it's stronger than in many, many years, if not ever. What can you say about that? What's the possibility now to work together, build on the strengths that we have in the different cultures?
The collaboration is really important. it started actually due to the insecure security situation in Europe. When we started the NATO negotiations, we have this SuomiAreena and KAJ phenomenon in Sweden, and that in a way opened the eyes for the Swedish people in Sweden that, hey, Finland is a cool country. And so I believe that the collaboration and cooperation between our two countries, so there's a lot of possibilities. And especially now I would hope that we would see like more cooperation regarding economical affairs, because I believe that here in Finland we have a lot to learn about the Swedish how would you say, the environment for companies. They have like much better facilities for their startups to become like bigger companies. So we have much to learn from Sweden as well.
And what are the things that Finland really has but has not been able to market properly that maybe the Swedes can help with?
Well, also when you look at the culture field, so for example with KAJ, I mean that's like a Finnish band, but they didn't participate in the UMK, which is like our Melody Festival, and they have to go to Sweden to win. And that's like maybe a sign that we're not that good at how would you say, see what's in our country the best things. So we need to have like a group of Swedish experts who like made this then to a phenomenon. So maybe that's the thing that we need to learn, especially from Sweden.
And what can Sweden learn from Finland?
Well, now I have to say like a lot of when it comes to the security policy. Maybe Swedes are really positive, and when you compare our two cultures, so we're as a country and people like more spot on. We speak quite direct, but that's not something you do in Sweden. And maybe in this quite insecure situation that we have in the world, so at some point it's like good to be quite correct and just say how you feel things, and that's maybe something that Swedes need to learn from us.
And finally, regarding the integration issue, so what are the key things that internationals should think about when they want to integrate in Finland, or regardless of what country you come from?
I hope that you feel that you can do it like in the both language, in Finnish and in Swedish. I hope, especially like for example in Espoo, so it would be really important that we could see an integration of like 10% of all the new people coming to Finland would be integrated in Swedish. That's like actually one of the head goals also in the government program that we have at the moment, and for us as a party it's a really important thing. I hope that all people who arrive to Finland, they feel that this is actually a country with two national languages, and they feel that they can also be a part of this country also if they learn Swedish.
Fantastic. So finally, what's the best thing with SuomiAreena this year?
Maybe to meet people. The people, like, that's the thing here in SuomiAreena. You meet people from different companies, organizations, NGOs, so, and also other politicians. So it's like a grand summer meeting before the vacation time. So it's nice always to be here.
Thank you so much, Henrik. Thank you.